Seeking English, S.A.T. Workbook, page 373, problem 1. If you are one of a significant minority of students who can actually already do this problem in your head, congratulations, this video is not for you. But for most of my students, this video will be necessary. This is a good time for me to reiterate that in the time that you spend deciding what not to write or draw, you could probably be writing or drawing it most of the time. When in doubt, start drawing. Okay, it says the graph of a line, and since it says no calculator, that's kind of an invitation to start drawing. The graph of a line in the xy plane passes through the points 1, 5 and minus 1, 3. The graph of a second line has a slope of 2 and passes through the point 1, 3. If the two lines intersect at point AB, what is the value of A minus B? Now, this is a system of equations represented by two lines, or vice versa. But if you can come up with formulas for both of the lines, then you can find an intercept point. Okay, I'll get into it. Possible answers marked are minus 4, minus 3, 1, and 7. And be careful. Make sure, since you're going to have a lot to do here, that you don't forget what you're solving for. Okay, what you're solving for is A minus B. It's going to be the x-coordinate for the intercept between the lines minus the y-coordinate for the intercept. Okay, so first line says 1, 5. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, there's 1, 5. The other point is minus 1, 3. It's minus 1. Okay, 3, and if you are visually keen, you will note that that is a slope of 1. That it goes right through there. That the intercept point for the y is 4. Has a slope of 1, has a y-intercept point of 4, 0, 4. Does it matter? Yes, it matters. Okay, the graph of the second line has a slope of 2, meaning it's going to be steep, and passes through the point 1, 3. That is 1, 3. If it has a slope of 2, then we come down 2 over 1, so we have a y-intercept of 0, 1. Okay? Now you could just probably, if you're doing this with a ruler, you could just draw it and come up with probable intercept point, which would be integers, given that your answers are integers. Or you could do it like this. If you have these y-intercept points and you have these slopes, then you can draw these two lines. Y equals mx plus b. I'm not going to stop rolling. I'm just going to try to switch to a different marker. That is no worse. Okay, y equals mx plus b. And so for the first line, intercept point is 4. Okay, I always look at these first. For the second one, intercept point is 1. And I do have more markers. Yeah, I'm not going to tell you where I bought these. Don't buy them there. Okay, so this here, this is the slope. Here is 1. I'm going to put 1x there just as a matter of convention. And the slope here we're also told is 2. There. Okay. Now here's the thing. We could eliminate this and say y equals y, but that's not going to give us any information. What we can do is we can solve for x by eliminating y by making these equations one equation, 2x plus 1. Really? Yes. If they're each equal to y, it doesn't matter what we plug in for y. Okay? At this intercept point up here, this is going to be equal to that, because they're both going to equal y. Really? Wow, yeah. If this is confusing to you, watch it a couple of times. Okay. But this is what we're going to use to get our x, and I forgot my equations already. This is going to be funny. So what I want to do is I want to get x on one side and everything else on the other side. If I subtract 1x there, this becomes x. And if I subtract 1 here, it becomes 3 there. Okay? So that we know that in the intercept point, x equals 3. And we could plug it back in. Y equals x plus 4, and y equals, I'm going to show you both just to show you that it actually works. It was 2x, yeah, plus 1, right? If I take this 3 and I plug it in here, and I take this 3 and I plug it in here, it's going to become 7 in both cases. Okay? So it does work. That's the place where one x renders one specific x renders one specific y. Okay? 3 renders 7. And if you had solved it the other way, which would have taken longer, you should get the same result. So intercept point is 3, 7. Badly drawn. 3, 7. Now what are we solving for? We're not solving for x. We're not solving for y. We're solving for x minus y. 3 minus 7 is minus 4, and that is one of our answers. As always, I'm going to ask you, if you happen to get answers minus 3, 1, or 7, please tell me how you got one of those answers. It will help me a lot.